Hey everybody, this is Robert here with Jones Tech, and today we're going to talk about a pre-trip inspection. We're going to be just looking at the inside of the cab, explain what we're looking for. So right now I'm in a Freightliner Columbia. I believe it's a 2010, 2009, something like that. Just to go over some of the gauges, we have oil pressure, water, the volts, RPM, speed, fuel, air, and air. So we're going to talk about these three airs right here. The reason why you have three airs, you have a primary and you have a secondary tank. If you have only a primary tank and you have a catastrophic failure on it, you'd lose all your air pressure, your brakes would apply, it would just be a really bad day for you. So you have a primary and secondary system. The third air pressure gauge is actually how much pressure is applied to the back of the tandems. This is an actual optional gauge. Some people have them, some people don't. It's not really required. It just gives you an idea of how much air that you have going, how much air pressure is actually being applied to the front of it. As far as how much air is being actually delivered down on your axles, which is really good if you're yanking tanks for a living. And then you get that slosh effect. It gives you an idea of how much is actually hitting you. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to turn the key on. We're going to make sure that the system actually starts itself up, which it is. Okay, so we're looking at the warning lights, we're looking at the battery, the seat belt, traction control, brake, all that stuff. The brake is the main thing. I definitely want to see that on, because I got to build up air pressure, and if this warning light and the buzzer was not working when I had no air pressure, this vehicle would not be able to go on the road. So now I'm going to go ahead and make sure the vehicle's in neutral. So the last thing I need to do is jump the thing off the ramp. Alright, so now that I've got it started up, maybe it'll start up. It's trying to go into engine protection mode. We're going to build the air pressure up. Okay, so as you can see, the air pressure is starting to rise. Now, what I'm going to do to check the speed control is with semis, you can actually turn the speed control on, and you actually just push the button up, or hit the set button if this one's actually working. And it's called an idle up, and there it goes. So now I'm bringing the idle up with the cruise control, and it'll actually hold it. Usually holds it right around 1500. It's not a long process, but it's one of those that you really want to pay attention as to how fast the gauge is going up, or how slow it's going up. Again, right here, we're still watching. If you see this right here, it's reading an ABS code. It's telling me that ABS code 136 is activated. This truck's actually not going on the road. This is a school truck, so we have all kinds of issues and codes with it. I'm still watching the brake light to make sure it goes off. It should go off right around, I think the bare minimum is 55. Most of them usually go off around 60. So that's what we want to check for. Once it gets up to 60, this light should go off. Let's see if I can get a good grip of it here. I'm still waiting on my secondary tanks to build up as well. Pussy ass. So we finally got the light to go off. Finally went off at right around 60-ish. The primary is already up to almost 100. Yeah, at this point I would just actually keep watching it, and it would pop off at about 120. Means the governor's going to kick in and release the air pressure. Outside of that, you always look for the common things. Make sure that your seat belts are working properly, that they're actually going to retract and hold. Check all your mirrors, check your glass, make sure your mirrors work. One of the other things that people overlook is make sure that your defrost works. You do not have to have air conditioning in the vehicle. However, you must have defrost in order to have the windows, so you always turn it to heat, turn it to the max setting, turn it to the windows, and then turn it to the on position, and make sure that the unit's actually going to work. But again, like I said, this being a school truck, some things work, some things don't. God knows who's been in it tearing what apart. So it looks like obviously the head unit's dead on this. That would have to be replaced as well or repaired. Anyways, that's basically it for an in-cab inspection. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.